everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Kay, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the February edition of the Tribe Beauty Box. Now, if you already know everything there is to know about this box and you just want to skip ahead to the items inside, then as usual I will leave a timestamp in the comment section down below so that you can skip ahead. But if you want to know a little bit more about this box, then I'm going to give a brief little description here, but I will also leave some more detailed information in the description box down below for you to check out at your own leisure. So Tribe Beauty Box is a bi-monthly beauty subscription service, so once every 2 months. It's a box that originated in the US but started shipping to the UK in I think 2019, may have been a bit earlier, but I became aware of it in 2019. For all the US information, again, I'm going to leave that in the description box because I don't know that off the top of my head. But for the UK, this box costs £37.99 per box, so you only pay for it every 2 months, and that includes shipping. It will contain at least 5 full-size beauty items and will have a total value of at least £90, which I think is pretty good. And the types of items that you'll get, it's usually a range of items, so you'll generally get an eyeshadow palette, maybe a lip product, a face product like a bronzer or a blusher, maybe an eyeliner, or you'll get some skincare type things like serums and moisturisers and things like that. And quite often we get some beauty tools as well, like makeup brushes. So for me, this is such an exciting box. I love getting this box because it's just a little bit different to the other boxes that I get, and it's quite a bit different to a lot of the boxes that I see on the market. So I always really love getting this box, and I can generally make a cohesive look out of the products that are in this box as well. Now, when I first started getting this, there used to be a card inside that told me about the products and prices and things like that, but for a few of these now that hasn't been in there, so I have been opening them up before filming just so that I can find out a little bit more about the items inside so that I can let you know as I go. But for some reason this month I've got a card, which is a little bit of a nice surprise and makes life a lot easier and saves me having to spend some time doing some research, so that's awesome. So without further ado, let's get into what's in this little bag. So the first thing that I'm going to show you is this. So if you're not new to my channel, you will have seen me talk about this a few times now. This is the Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Bum Bum Cream. I love this stuff. Oh my gosh, the scent of this for me is just absolute heaven. The way it makes my skin feel, I love it. It is definitely one of my favourite moisturisers, and this item was actually one of the things that you could choose. So usually there's a product that you can choose a shade or type of. Sometimes it's between 2 eyeshadow palettes, sometimes it's between a light or a dark version of something, and this month we could either have chosen this or a beauty blender. Now, I have quite a few beauty sponges. I don't have an actual beauty blender, but I'll be honest, I'm not interested. I wanted this. This is something that I know I love, something that I know I'm going to use. It just made sense for me to get this. So I'll just read a little bit about this from the card for you. Now, I should mention that because this is a US based box, all these prices are in dollars. I'll try to remember the UK pounds conversion on the screen for you. So this is $20 US. This luxurious body cream melts into skin with an award-winning formula infused with powerful caffeine-rich guarana and a Brazilian blend of skin-loving ingredients. Smooth skin and brings a soft shimmer for that coveted Brazilian bum bum cream effect and absolute body joy. Scented with addictive notes of salted caramel and pistachio. And like I said, I love it. I know I love it. I know I'm going to want to use it. So very happy with this first item. So next up we have a bronzing blush from the brand Folly Fire, which is a brand I've not heard of. So this is in the shade Hot Terrain. Let's just get into it. And then that is what we look like. It's a colour that I'm actually intrigued by. So that's what it looks like on the finger there. Ooh. That looks quite pretty. It's definitely going to be more of a blusher for me than a bronzer. But it's quite pretty. I'm just trying to see if it sort of shears out a little bit. I think it will when it's on my face, but I've just put hand cream on quite recently, so I don't think anything's going anywhere at the minute. Okay, so the shade of this is actually Baked, not Hot Terrain. I think that must be the line of bronzing blushes that they've got. This was one of 2 shades that we could have received, so the other one was in Guilty. The RRP on this is $20 US. A hybrid between an earthy bronzer and a natural looking blush to imbue your cheeks with a bronzy flush of feature defining shades. Created to flatter a variety of skin tones and provide a smooth and long lasting coverage. So I actually quite like that. I'm quite keen to give that a go. It doesn't look very shimmery, it looks quite matte, which is something I actually prefer in a blusher. I don't like them to be too shimmery, so that is something that I'm definitely willing to try. Something I do want to mention is on the back of the card it does tell you what you would have got if you'd have ordered the box with the beauty blender in. You wouldn't have received this, you would have received a Yuan oil, a Soy Fig Marula antioxidant serum worth $42 US, which obviously seems like a bit of a price difference, but when I go through the rest of the items you'll see that some of the items that I've got are worth more than the items that would have been in the other box, so it all kind of balances out. But yeah, quite like that. It's a nice second item. So the next item is a brush, and this is from Luxie, and it's the large powder brush. That's what we look like here. Very soft. I've had a few Luxie brushes now. I quite like them, so quite happy to see this in here. Let's see what the card says. So this has an RRP of $31 US, and it just says use this large fluffy brush to quickly set your face with your favourite loose or pressed powder. It's great. I do use face powders. It's a brush that I will get some use out of, so it's nice to have. And what you would have received in the other box with the beauty blender option was another Luxie beauty brush, but that would have been the angled contour face brush, and that is worth $18 US. So you can see that price difference there. This is more than in the other box, so it's starting to balance out a little. Now, Tribe have cheated a little bit this month, but in a good way. Now, as I said at the beginning of this video, there's 5 beauty products in this subscription. This one has 6, but that's because they've counted these 2 items as 1 item. So this is what we've got. So these are from Inmo Cosmetics. Again, that's a brand I've not heard anything about. And these are the highlighters. So we've got 2 shades here. We've got Femme Fatale and Dreamer, and I'm guessing these are liquid eyeshadows. Let's have a look. So we'll start with Dreamer. So yeah, just on a little doe foot there. Just pop that down there. Ooh, that looks quite pretty. So that's that one. And then Femme Fatale. And that's Femme Fatale there. So Dreamer is a bit more of a bronzy sort of shade, and this one's more of a rose gold. They look quite pretty actually. Liquid eyeshadow is something that I don't really use. I say a lot of. I don't really use it at all, to be honest. But I've had a few of them over the past year or so, mainly from subscription boxes. If I have tried them, they do tend to crease on me. I haven't got a lot of lid space, so as soon as I open my eye, there's a crease. So I do get a bit nervous about things like that, but that looks really pretty. I definitely want to try them. I think I'm more keen on the Femme Fatale than I am the Dreamer. But yeah, I'm actually really keen to give those a try. So the RRP on these, it says $19 US times 2. So I'm thinking that might mean $19 each. I will double check that and let you know whether that's $19 each or $19 for the pair. But it says Quick Glam. Use these stunning shades of easily applied liquid eyeshadows to create long wearing versatile looks ranging from girl on the go shimmery nude to a daring charcoal smoky eye. I wouldn't have said charcoal. Maybe you get different shades, I'm not sure. But yeah, the shimmery nude I can definitely see with both of these, but charcoal, not so much. And in the other version of the box you would have received the same, so that's great. Again, keen to try, happy with that too. And then the last item, which I've left till last because it's clearly the star of the show, is this eyeshadow palette. It's called Shades of Roses and it's from a brand called Be Bella Cosmetics. Again, not heard of the brand before. Now I did see spoilers for this, so I do know what the inside of this looks like, and it's very, very pretty. So let's just get rid of the plastic. And I'm holding it upside down so you don't get blinded by the mirror. But this is what it looks like. How beautiful does that look? And it's totally a palette that I would be drawn to anyway. Packaging is stunning. The little mirror is sort of, you know, in this sort of shape here, which is great. If you just saw my mess there, please excuse that. The only thing I will mention, because I know a lot of people object to it, is there is a pressed glitter in here, and that is this shade here, Mi Amor. So you can see that's quite chunky, and it is really chunky glitter as well. So if you are nervous about that, then just don't use that on the eyes. I'd be careful even if you're not nervous, because obviously glitter in the eye, not great, especially glitter that size. I probably will try it just because I'm like that. But yeah, some of these shades look absolutely beautiful. The shade, this red shade here, Guilty, seems to have a couple of little specks of shimmer in it, so that looks interesting. Beauty, also this Beauty shade seems to be quite similar. This shade looks really pretty too, and I'm just really keen to try these pinks and purples here. So let's get my fingers in and do a couple of swatches, shall we? So I'll just swatch a few because otherwise we'll be here all day. Let's try and get a few different textures in, shall we? So we'll try Ballerina, which, oops, looks like that. So, oops. So that's Ballerina. It's a pretty lilac-y colour. And then we've got, we'll have a look at Try Me as well. It's a similar sort of texture, but I just want to try the colour because it looks beautiful. Oh, oops, so that's that one. Got Rossetti down the bottom corner here. Which looks, oops, which looks like that. We've got XO here, which looks very glittery. That's that one. Yeah, that's a little bit chunky. You can see it sort of skipped a bit there, but that's, to be fair, that's probably my swatching. I don't normally swatch on my arm, but I've already done my hand. Yeah, so just to try that again, I did it on my other hand. and you can see it looks chunky. I've realised it's not that it's chunky, it's a wet formula. So when you apply it, if you swipe it, it's gonna do that. But I think if you pat that on, that's gonna look really beautiful. So I'll have to try that on the eye. That might be another one that I'm concerned about with creasing. Then let's try Guilty, which is this red one here. Ooh. That's that one, that's a terrible swatch. That's pretty. And then I'm just trying that Mi Amor, which is that pressed glitter there, which, yeah, that's quite movable. So I'm going to try that on the hand as well. So if I just press that on. Yeah, so if I just pat that on, that is what that looks like. This one here. Again, it looks very pretty, but sort of on my eye, I'm a little bit concerned about that. We'll have to see. And just because I was curious, I did just pat some more onto that XO shade, that gold shade here. And you can even it out a little bit. But yeah, I'm a little bit curious and concerned at the same time. So, I mean, this palette just looks visually, that is stunning. You can see the more wet shades, you can see there's more of an imprint on them where I've sort of dug my finger in. But I've not really tried any formulas like that, so I'm quite interested in those. So yeah, happy to play with that. So the recommended retail on this is $12, so that's really good. It says, stop and smell the roses. The Shades of Roses eyeshadow palette is the perfect mix of pressed glitters and mattes, all influenced by the many shades of roses. Feel the love and love yourself while applying these beautiful shades. $12. That's really impressive. I think that's a really good price for a palette. Even if you don't like all the shades, $12. Can't really complain too much, can you? So yeah, so that's another win as far as I'm concerned. I mean, obviously I'm going to have to try it out a little bit, but looking at these shades here, I definitely think it's going to be a palette that I'm going to reach for at least a few times. So that was the last item in the box. Quick little recap. We've got the Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Bum Bum Cream. We've got the Folly Fire Bronzer Blusher in the shade Baked. We've got the Luxie Large Powder Brush. We've got the two Inmo Cosmetics highlighters in the shades Dreamer and Femme Fatale. And we've got the Shades of Roses palette from Be Bella Cosmetics. And both boxes get that palette as well, by the way. So overall, what do I think of this month's box? I really like it. I think it's a little bit odd that we've got two eye sort of colour products. I mean, you probably can use this with the palette, but the palette's got so many textures in there, it just seems a little bit odd to me that these have been put with it. I don't know, but I don't object to them. You know, everything that I've got in this box is something that I'm willing to try, and that's one of the reasons that I do love this box, because I get more hits than I do misses. I get more things that I'm excited to try than I am looking at going, oh, I don't know. So for me, this is another win this month. I'm definitely keen to give this a go. Obviously, I'm a little bit dubious about some of the shades in here. But overall, it's a pretty palette. It's definitely aesthetically pleasing. And it's a colour story that I quite like. So yeah, overall, this box is a win from me. But now it's over to you guys. What do you think of this box? Is this a box that you already subscribed to? In which case, which box did you go for? Did you go for the same as me? Did you get a different shade of blusher than I did? Did you go for the Beauty Blender box? What did you think of the products in that? Just let me know in the comments down below. I'm always interested to hear other people's thoughts and opinions. If you've enjoyed this video, please remember to hit that like button for me. It really helps me out and lets me know that you're enjoying my content. If you're not already subscribed to my channel but you think you'd like to catch up with me more often, then I'd love it if you could hit that subscribe button too. It's totally free and would help you to find me more easily in future. And with all of that being said, I really hope everyone's well and staying safe, and I will see you all again in another video very, very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.